So a new shocker today in the IRS targeting investigation. This time, the scandal has jumped to a whole new level. It turns out that Lois Lerner, the former IRS official at the center of this whole scandal, the same woman whose emails for a 2-year period have conveniently disappeared, we're now finding out that one of the emails that did surface is quite interesting. It targeted Republican Iowa Senator Charles Grassley. She wanted to have him, a sitting senator, subjected to an IRS audit. The IRS continues to insist that there were no inappropriate emails between the IRS and the White House with regards to the larger IRS matter, even though so many of those emails are unrecoverable, apparently.
The commissioner was being disingenuous when he said this, because stating that there is no evidence, there are no emails, is pretty tough for an agency that just admitted they don't store them, they don't track them, they lost them.
Darrell, as you know, wants a special prosecutor in this case. Oklahoma Congressman James Lankford is a Republican on the House Oversight and Government Reform Committee. Congressman, welcome. Good to have you here today.
Thank you. Glad to be with you.
And congratulations to you. You were victorious this week in your runoff election on the GOP side as you endeavor to get Tom Coburn's seat in Oklahoma. So obviously those are all races that we're going to be watching here as we move forward. But what do you make of this latest wrinkle in this email that has surfaced from Lois Lerner?
Well, it is another sharp email that's sitting out there. We asked for all the emails. We were pretty clear about that. All means all. Every single email we're interested in. They keep telling us we'll send you all the relevant emails. This is the reason we're not asking for their definition of relevant. We want all emails on it, because when we start getting all emails, we see a pattern of behavior in the background here. We have to remember this with Chuck Grassley in this statement about this. This was an invitation. He didn't actually take this event. This was an invitation to an event that she said, since he was invited to this event, we're interested in then auditing him on this. It's not that there was an action taken by him. This was an outside group said we want to invite them to us. She's interested in then coming by and auditing a senator on this. That shouldn't matter whether it's a senator, a House member, the President of the United States, any individual in the country. It shouldn't matter. The IRS is intended to be neutral. This is not intended for anyone to have a political preference and say, because I don't like you, because you're a different party, because I don't like what you stand for, we're going to then audit you on some suspicion of something. You have to go by facts, and it should be neutral to all parties. Yeah. So there's a big statement here about the fact that it was a senator. It shouldn't matter that it was a senator. It's an individual American.
No, I agree. In our introduction, there's been a lot of talk about, well, this is a sitting senator, and I don't think anybody cares if it's a sitting senator or anybody else, if there's actual evidence that the IRS needs to look into someone, but there was simply nothing here, because as you point out, it was an email invitation that he was sent. Anybody in the public eye gets email invitations on a regular basis, and it was, he hadn't even had a chance to respond to it yet, and she was ready to examine, in her words, what was in the background. I want to just play for you for a moment here Senator Thune last night with Greta on this.
Get some more information and some more answers. But right now, there's no accountability. This is an agency that's run amok. There are other agencies in government that are evidently losing their hard drives as well right now.
Yeah, EPA is now on that list of a place that has emails that they simply can't recover. But I think a lot of Americans wonder where this all goes. And I know there's an effort underway to get a special prosecutor. Where does that stand?
Yeah, that we should continue to move forward. We've been slow on the special prosecutor because the special prosecutor law, as it currently exists, gives that authority to Eric Holder to then select the special prosecutor to go investigate. That is the fox watching the hen house at this point, because we've seen the type of special prosecutors that he would actually select and how it would move through the process. We've seen it in other investigations. When they went through the Fast and Furious investigation, they investigated themselves and said, we checked ourselves out, we have no problem. When we asked for those documents on Fast and Furious to share with us, he said, no, we're not going to share those. We're now in a 2.5-year-long piece of litigation just to get the documents they used to investigate themselves. So that's the quandary that we're in at this point. Yes, this needs a special prosecutor, but that special prosecutor needs to be truly independent, even of the White House.
How are you going to get that?
Yeah, that is what we don't know yet, but that's what we've got to continue to press on, because we need, as a nation, to have some sort of trust in what's happening in the federal government and oversight. So job one is for us to do our part, to be able to bring things to light. As we bring things to light, that it forces any special prosecutor to have to investigate those things, then what they use for their investigation should also be evaluated by Congress. So we're going to have to piece together its own special prosecutor at this point to make sure that the American people see it, and they have full trust in how this investigation is done, and that we actually hold people to account that have broken the law.
We will see. Representative, thank you very much. Good to have you here today.
Thank you.
A moment ago when Martha was talking with the Congressman Langford, we got our photo bomb here. That's Louis Gohmert from Texas.
There's me looking down at my notes, straight into camera. You know, I don't know if people at home realize, like, we don't really look at each other when we're talking to there. Hi, Louis. He's funny.
Don't see that every day.
Langford did not, no facial expression change there whatsoever. He was not aware of it. But I'm sure he will be soon.
Who is that man about to bite me in the left shoulder? That is a soccer player.
Pretty funny.
Hey, we got to run, everybody. Have a terrific Thursday. See you again on Friday, and hopefully we'll be talking
Go
about
USA.
victory, right?
Absolutely.
Right
Happening now starts right now.